Avengers Endgame. Avengers Endgame. The hype is real. Welcome everyone, this is X-Man87. I'm going to share my thoughts, give you my, little mini review. Spoiler free, then spoilers. I'll give you a warning, no worries. But before we get into everything, if you could please leave a like rating on the video, it'll truly show your support for my channel. I greatly appreciate it. With that said, let's get to it. I got my notes here so I don't miss anything. I'll be careful in my spoiler-free section. I'm on a timer here, so I want to make this short. I can talk about this forever, but I really just, want to cover the spoiler-free stuff, and then we'll go into the spoilers and talk more of my thoughts and what I geeked out about, because there was a lot of nerding out. Went to see it last night with my wife Justine, got the 6 o'clock showing. Tickets were pretty much sold out for this. I got lucky, waiting in the queue forever, and the seats that we were in was like front row, and I'm like looking up like this. I didn't care. I just wanted to see the movie. Wanted my tickets. Definitely will see it again because there's a lot to grasp. A lot to grasp. For a 3-hour movie, holy crap. A lot of time traveling, which we all expected, right? We saw those time travel suits. Everyone goes into the past somehow and, trying to, organize and prevent Thanos from getting the Infinity Stones, and it's a lot. It's a lot to cover. So they did a lot of time traveling back and forth, and time traveling stories can get very convoluted. So this, definitely you have to, pay attention. There is no room for a bathroom break. I'm sorry. There is none. Like, you can't miss a second of it. So make sure you don't drink something at least, 6 hours before you're showing, man. I make sure of that because you couldn't miss anything here. Every second was important. So you got to make sure that, you don't miss a second. It is definitely a culmination of the 20 plus films here, and that's what I felt about this film, was that I felt like I didn't just watch one movie. I felt like I was watching, the MCU in its entirety. And the Russos, they did a great job. Again, you guys proved that you are the best directors in the game when it comes to this, superhero stuff. The characters, let me tell you, the characters were beautiful. Going into the original 6, like Captain America and Iron Man, they were just, together was just comic book poetry. Poetic. Really, their friendship, you felt it. It was definitely something that, it was just a special kind of friendship. We're never gonna see this again, probably. But yeah, they were awesome. Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson did an amazing job. This was her best performance in any MCU film. She was really, she showed a lot of emotion. Really, really great. And you felt like she was almost a leader in this, that, if Cap was gone, let's just say, if he was dusted, she would legit be the Captain America of that team. She was a leader, and it showed. Hawkeye was the best he's ever been in this. And speaking of Ronan, Ronan was, he was badass. Yes, he was Ronin for a little bit, right? It was pretty much, what you saw in the trailer. But from what you see, I think that's no spoiler right there. I think we all expected him to be Ronin for just that one bit. It left an impact, at least for me. He was hardcore. It was pretty violent, man. I was really surprised with how far they went with that character. And I'm just looking at my MCU collection here. I feel like this is super fitting for me to shoot it here. Hulk. Hulk was, oh man, he was good for what the script wanted. He was definitely good. And Thor was he was funny. He was hilarious. But there was some issues that I had with Thor and Hulk. Now that I think about it, because at first, I'm like all caught up in the movie. I'm like, oh my god, everything's awesome, which it is. Everything is awesome. But then I have a little gripe, which I'll probably cover in the spoiler section. And then, that pretty much covers the original 6. This is an Avengers movie. So last movie, the Infinity War was Thanos' movie, right? That was basically Thanos' movie. This one is really Avengers. The pacing, I will say that the pacing of the movie, the lead up, everything was good in my opinion. The best way they can handle it. And you gotta really, it's a lot of character development, and which is weird. I know it's weird to say that because these characters are already developed, but what I mean is there's always a new development. A character always will find a new development in a new movie, and every Avenger grew in this movie, even more so than the past, and it really showed that. Even the movies, in the parts of the movie where it was slow, it was just so important. It was just key character elements and scenarios. And again, if you're invested in the MCU, those slow parts are really not going to seem slow. They're going to seem super important. To someone who just came in not knowing the MCU into this film, they're going to be like, well, this is pretty slow. But it's enough to actually catch them up with, if they haven't seen any of the movies before. So I felt like they did a good job. I still recommend seeing all the movies, obviously, for, the general movie audience. But for real, man, it was, it's just, call me, Kevin Feige, the Russos, Marvel Studios always find a way to just surprise me. Even though I think they can't even do it. And I never doubt them ever. It's to the point where I just don't doubt them. I have faith in them. I just have uber faith in them. Thanos in this was again, Infinity War, that was his movie. This was an Avengers movie, but Thanos was still awesome. He was still, I don't want to say you don't see much of him, but I guess when it comes to screen time total, when he was on screen, he still has your attention. Like, that's how dominant of a villain he was in the last movie, where you just cling on to every word and you're just like, what's he gonna say? What's he gonna do next? Awesome. Overall, guys, to wrap this up, it was worth it. I did get emotional at the end. I did get an emotional end, and this is it's gonna be crazy to think what the next movies will come to. By the way, no post-credit scenes, none whatsoever, and I'm okay with that because this is a closure, right? This is, you can't have something to look forward to next because this is a closure for Phase 3. Far From Home is supposed to be like the bridge from Phase 3 to Phase 4, but anyway, to me, this is the ultimate closure. Everything came to full circle. The ending was perfect for me. It was beautiful. Man, I cried. Man, it was just beautiful. I did, my eyes got watery, and I was just like, wow, this is, man. Overall, Avengers Endgame, man. Total awesomeness. 10 out of 10. Man, that was awesome. And before I get to the spoiler section, Captain Marvel was freaking awesome in this movie. Freaking awesome. I way better than her own movie. And what's cool is she had the comic book short hair. I thought that looked really cute on Brie Larson. Now, spoilers, you've been warned. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holy shit! The hell happened, man? Holy crap. I don't even know where to begin. But let's just start with everyone coming back. They try to, so basically, they create their own Infinity Gauntlet. Iron Man finds a way to make Infinity Gauntlet harness, the power of all the stones, and Thanos, when he tried to snap it, look what it did to him. Messed him up. So the Hulk tried it, and messed them up pretty bad. So I might be all over the place here, so apologize. It was really cool how they were able to bring everyone back, and when everyone did come back, I don't want to get too caught into the story, but I just will say the returning characters coming back were, oh man, it was sweet. It was just sweet. Black Panther guy, everyone pumped up, and he was like, "Keep on that!" And then you had all the Wakandans rallying, and then you had the Asgardians coming in, and Scarlet Witch. Man, Scarlet Witch displayed her freaking power. It was raw. It was awesome. Going head to head with Thanos. Oh man, it was freaking awesome. Spidey when he came back, man, I nerded out, man. I nerded out. Speaking of Spidey, instant kill mode. Oh, man, that was freaking awesome because remember when in Homecoming when he had instant kill mode, he's like, no. And this one, it killed. Like, the iron spider legs were just killing the Outriders left and right. I'm like, well, this is the first time I've seen Spider-Man kill in a movie since Gwen Stacy. Oh. But yeah, like, holy crap, that was awesome to see Spider-Man, just kill those Outriders like crazy. Also, an awesome Easter egg. We see a lot of the female Avengers all together. A-Force, yeah, I'm totally down for that. A-Force Easter egg, I saw that, I spotted it, I'm like, yeah, they're gonna do it. They're definitely gonna do it. So I spotted that, a few Easter eggs. What else? The classic Ant-Man helmet when Steve Rogers was in Hank Pym's office, trying to find the Pym particles. That was freaking awesome. Again, that was man, I marked out for that. That hit a nostalgia spot for me. Also, speaking of the Pym particles, you guys have seen it. Wasn't it confusing that when Nebula got the Pym particle and like Thanos snatched it from her, it was just one Pym particle. Everyone needed a Pym particle on them to bring them back to a certain time, and they only do it once per person. So how the hell? Like, I'm trying to figure out how the hell did Thanos bring him and his entire fleet? Wouldn't it just be Thanos returning? All I can think of is just, I know there's going to be a lot of unanswered questions, but all I can think of is, probably Ebony Moore, one of his scientists, figured out a way to just I guess, multiply that, or just bring them all in one shot. A lot of things are going to go unanswered when it comes to something this epic, this scale of a movie. So yeah, the Thanos fight scene was epic, dude. Captain America wielding Mjolnir. Holy crap! So Thor gets Mjolnir when he time travels back into where it was Thor: The Dark World. By the way, Natalie Portman made a cameo. That was surprising. I thought she was never ever gonna do that, but the Thor character, as I was mentioning in my spoiler-free review, he was, there was some gripes I had. Yeah, he was jokey and all that. He was comedic. He had a great scene with Corgan Meek playing Fortnite. And oh, this guy called me a big kid. And he just goes on cursing the kid on the mic. That was hilarious. Meek was so cute eating pizza. But he had a beer belly. Man, he was drinking a lot of beer. He was just out of shape, and he was, wrecked from what happened. And I would thought he would come back with a crazy vengeance, especially since he was speaking with his mom, Frigga. I thought when she spoke to him, it would like motivate him, and it really didn't. By the way, I forgot how beautiful Thor's mom is. She's gorgeous. Yeah, he was so the way they handled the character in Thor Ragnarok when he tapped into like his full potential, man. Holy crap! I was like, yeah, this is the Thor we want to see. And then you see him in Infinity War, we're like, yo, this is awesome. When he came and invaded with Rocket and Groot and teleported, he was just, he was awesome. I was like, yes, this is like Rome King Thor. We're gonna get this. And I was expecting that in this movie. It was just like they kind of go back to where he, before he was, he tapped into that unlimited potential. I was just like, I don't know. It was just like jokey, and I just felt like, I just wanted the character to, to get his like revenge. Even though in the future he did chop off Thanos' hand and his head, he aimed for the head. He got it. That shit was awesome. Yeah, it was just like that was just my little gripe now that I think about it. And Professor Hulk, he was Professor Hulk. He was smart. And another gripe that I had was he, I don't know. It's like he didn't take himself seriously. So I wanted Hulk to get kind of his revenge on Thanos and like really wail on him. He came back. He was smart. He was like, I don't know. He was just like sissified, man. They go back in the battle in New York with the Chitauri invasion, and he's just like, like picking up things. And the best Hulk was Hulk in Avengers 1 and Ragnarok. Awesome, man. When it comes to his pure raw power, that was awesome. And Age of Ultron, he displayed some really awesome power there. So I just felt like him not, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I gotta watch it multiple times, but I didn't like the way they kind of sissified him in a bit. Speaking of Captain Marvel, I'm hearing a lot of people, some people, and I speak to some of my co-workers and friends, complain about Captain Marvel, about how OP she is. I'm tired of hearing that word overpowered with her, just because, like, it's just bullshit, because that's how powerful she is. There is no overpower. Overpower is like Iron Man, for example, and I called it I called it long ago. I said, like, probably before the first Avengers movie, I'm like, watch Iron Man like create Infinity Gauntlet and use it and defeat Thanos with it, because that's how overpowered he is. And that's exactly what happened. He was that OP. In Avengers 1, I still call bullshit when Thor freaking hit him with the lightning and it powered up his suit. When Iron Man 1 explained that his arc reactor runs on fusion, like, that should have fried his circuitry and like mangled him, but it didn't. Again, it showed how OP he is. Anyway, doesn't matter. Now, I guess, what happened, and Iron Man did deserve the final blow. For everyone that was thinking Captain Marvel would do it, no, she didn't. But let me tell you, the shots she got in on Thanos, whoo! And oh man, Cap wielding Mjolnir, and I kind of lost track of when I was speaking before, but that was epic. He was worthy, and he was freaking hammering Thanos. Dude, this was awesome. The way he was utilizing the hammer and the shield. This is why Captain America is my favorite Avenger. He's just the best. His movies, in my opinion, were the best trilogy out of the entire MCU. His movies were that important, and it shows it. His movies were the most important, especially with how Endgame wrapped up. And then Thor with Stormbreaker, and then he was double wielding Mjolnir and Stormbreaker too. Oh my God, that was so freaking awesome. And like Thanos using the new weapon he had with that double blade, that was sick. That was awesome. He did pretty. He did beat up Captain America and Thor, even with those weapons. And I can see how some people are like, oh, when Captain Marvel came down, uh, you know, she beat him in like a few seconds, or knocked him down in a few seconds, where he basically was fighting two Thors. But I just think Captain Marvel has a power of her own. That binary power, that cosmic power, it's a lot. But I can see where some people have some gripes with that. I'm not gonna make a big deal of it, but unfortunately, we did lose some Avengers, and Black Widow died. She sacrificed herself. I really thought, Ronan was gonna sacrifice himself, but it made sense for Black Widow too, because she had nothing where he had a family. She wanted him to get his family back. And actually, no, we didn't lose 3 Avengers. Yes, we did. Vision was one. He didn't come back because, it was before the snap. And then, Iron Man, he died. He gave him the final blow. He deserved it, though. He went out on a bang. So, Robert Downey Jr., thank you for everything. Everyone in the movie, thank you for everything. All your work. And then Captain America, goes back in time to set things straight. So it was gonna take almost like a lifetime for him, and Hulk, for everyone that was in present day, it was gonna take like a couple of seconds. And then when they tried to bring him back in the quantum device, he wasn't there, but he was sitting in like a bench, and he was Old Man Cap, and I was like, whoa, Old Man Cap. And it was like Bucky and Falcon next to each other, and they're like, hey, Bucky's like, hey, go talk to Cap, and Cap talks to Falcon, and pretty much passes the mantle as the new Captain America. So we're gonna see Sam Cap, and Sam Cap, that is going to be an awesome MCU costume. I can't wait to see that. And for I really thought it was gonna be Bucky, man. I really thought I wanted Bucky to be the next Captain America. But I guess I understand where they went with it. Maybe because of Bucky's past, all the killing, that maybe he wasn't deemed worthy to have the mantle passed to Bucky as as Captain America. Maybe because of all the crimes he committed and everything, So I don't know what's next for Bucky. Is he gonna be the White Wolf in in Black Panther? I don't know, but it seems like we're definitely lining up for the next new Avengers. I think we're gonna have Sam Cap, Black Panther. I think Spider-Man will be part of it. Captain Marvel maybe. Scarlet Witch. It's gonna be different. It's gonna be different. Thor is now with the Guardians of the Galaxy as Guardians of the Galaxy, so that should be. That'll probably be the title of round 3. Thor and the Guardians of the Galaxy. That was pretty awesome. Man, hit me hard when Iron Man died, man. He did deserve the final blow. To give him the final blow, it was just grab the gauntlet, that nanotech Infinity Gauntlet, which looked really dope. And he just snapped it. I am Iron Man, snapped it, wiped out Thanos' entire fleet, even the Black Order, which was great to see the Black Order again, man. That was awesome. And it was beautiful cinematic scene where it's like this 360 scene, and you just see Thanos it's just going around Thanos, and he's just looking like you just see at that moment he lost everything. Now he finally knows what it feels like to lose everything around him. And the acting by Josh Brolin, standing ovation, man. He sold that scene amazingly, because he wasn't the cliche villain to be like, I'll get you back, the typical cliche villains, I'll get my revenge, I'll come back. No, he didn't. He accepted his defeat. He gave a deep sigh. It was just like, this is it, and just dusted off. And it was just amazing how humbled Thanos was to accept that defeat. It was a warrior's defeat. And oh man, we'll never probably get another villain like Thanos again. I think this is it. I think we're never gonna see him again. And if we do see him again, probably decades, man. I mean decades, because now we can have Galactus, Doctor Doom, even Kang the Conqueror. I really hope Kang the Conqueror is the next villain in the, next Avengers film, because I don't think it's going to be Galactus. I think Galactus is going to be a build-up like Thanos was. It's going to take like 3 phases. So, but the way it ended with Cap going back in time, and he lived his life with Peggy and got got the dance he owed her, and it was beautiful. Again, poetic. Kissed her in the lips. They were just dancing, and it was just like, man, I was happy for Cap. I was never emotionally prepared to live in a world without Chris Evans as Captain America, and I'm still not emotionally prepared. I'm gonna miss him so much. That was my favorite Avenger. And overall, guys, this movie was phenomenal, man. It didn't feel like a 3-hour movie to me, because I was glued in every minute. Again, 10 out of 10, total awesomeness. Those were my thoughts. I may, go over, I may do another review video. I don't know, because there's a lot to talk about. Maybe do a live stream so we could talk about it. Who knows? I don't know. I got a lot of things going on. Got my X-Men wave that I'm working on, which I'm not probably going to review this weekend. Everyone's going to be in all Infinity War, Endgame hype, so no one's going to watch my silly toy reviews, right? But anyway, guys, this has been X-Man87. Leave a like if you like the video, a comment, share, and subscribe. But definitely look out for, my X-Men reviews to start hitting. They'll start rolling sometime next week. And hit the notification bell. Make sure you get my my reviews. So what did you guys think of Endgame? I want to know, man. This is it, man. The MCU. It's an end of an era, man. It was a great send off. It was a great send off for the original 6. And I'm looking forward to what we get next. Anyway, guys, take care. Peace.